Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friends and Neighbors. I am one of your hosts, Sandra O'Neill, with my wonderful, fabulous, great co-host and friend, Sherry Tatum.
Yes.
And we have a double blessing because Misty Gruber is here. And you are the carbon copy
my daughter.
I am the clone.
Sherry. Yes, I love it. And we're going to be talking about wonderful things to do in North Georgia. 100 things to do in North Georgia.
And I'm amazed I never knew
100.
there were so many things to do in North Georgia.
Popular.
Now I'm finding out things. Lived here all my life.
Look at that.
Now I get to do them.
Have you lived in the mountains of North Georgia?
No.
Where do you?
I've been up there, but I don't live up there.
Anywho, we have Karen Warren with us, who's going to tell us all the wonderful things we could do.
Yes,
ma'am.
Thanks for having me.
Yay, thank you for being here. Now, you're a journalist in your own right, and tell us about how you were led to write this book.
Sure. So I started freelancing more than 20 years ago, and a lot of my business then evolved into doing travel writing for several outlets, a lot of local magazines here in the city, as well as around the country. And when the publisher came to me and said they wanted to do a travel book for the region, I pitched the North Georgia mountains, and they accepted it right away. He thought it was a great idea.
Well, now, Karen, how do you do that, though? How do you get in the car and start riding around?
Yeah, did you like...
I'm gonna put that, I'm going to do this.
There's a geo app for that.
Exactly.
So actually, I did do that, but I kind of started when I was a kid. So I grew up in Marietta, Georgia, down near Atlanta, and we went up to the North Georgia mountains when I was a kid growing up. And then when I got married, I moved to LJ, which is in the foothills of the mountains, and started exploring areas that way. And then on top of that, I started being invited to visit places as part of my job as a travel writer, and got to learn about even more places and things to do. So I pretty much had a good list going of things to put in the book when I got ready to start writing it. And then I asked people for some recommendations because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss something that was really cool that should be included in the book too.
Well, what is a hidden gem about the North Georgia mountains that we wouldn't
know about?
Readily know?
Yep, so there's a lot of great places, obviously, to go eat. So there's a place called Blue Canoe, which is this fabulous restaurant over near Clayton.
Blue Canoe.
That's a really good place to eat. There's a lot of great activities to do. Our Georgia State Parks, people kind of really take those for granted, but they have a lot of different wonderful activities you can do there as far as outdoor recreation and exploring, as well as a lot of history. And so we have a lot of great history museums. There's a great collection over in Cartersville that people sort of know about, but because they're Smithsonian affiliates, but they don't necessarily. So you've got the Booth Western Art Museum.
Awesome, that's an awesome place.
And also the New Savoy Automobile Museum is pretty cool
that's
too.
cool.
So is that Savoy?
Savoy.
Savoy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is beautiful. I've not been there yet, but I'm going to go. But the Booth Museum, I would tell everyone to go see that.
That's in Cartersville, right?
Cartersville.
But we've been to the Tellus Museum there,
Well,
which
Tellus
is
Museum's in here too.
amazing.
Yes, been there several times with my kids as part of school groups and just with family visits, and they have the best time running through there.
Oh, it's really
I love
fun.
the Tellus too. You know, Cartersville, we got a pretty good.
I gotta go, yeah.
Good things.
But there's so many
Is that your
family
stomping
things.
ground
So many
there?
family things. Hiking, camping, kayaking, canoeing, zip lining.
So many things you can think of, yes, and a lot of great things. Did you know there's a North Georgia animal safari near Dahlonega where you can go see animals over
I
there?
have done that. That's really cool.
No.
My
So,
kids.
yeah, there's all kinds of, look, my husband's family is from Dahlonega, and he didn't even know it was over there.
So now, do you take day trips? Is it like a day trip kind of thing, or can you
I
stay
say it's your
and-
perfect travel guide, whether you're coming for a day trip, a weekend getaway, or an extended vacation. There's plenty of things to do. You can flip through the book in one of the categories, whether you're looking for a restaurant or an activity, and find something to do. And there's suggested itineraries in the back of the book by group. So if you're going with your girlfriends, if you're going with your family, if it's just a couple's getaway, and you want to find something for the two of you to do, then there's great ideas for that too.
Well, kayaking is big up in the mountains, isn't it?
It sure
like
is.
the Ocoee.
You can do kayaking and whitewater rafting up there. We have a lot of kayaking in LJ too, going down our rivers, the Coosawattee and the Cartacay River. And you can also do a lot of that over in the Northeast Georgia mountains too, around Rayburn County. Lots of great places. And actually over near Cartersville again, you can go on the Etowah River there. They have
Is
a lot
that
of
over
opportunities.
near Taylorsville or Harley? Do you know?
There's some that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you know, it's bigger than than I ever realized. The whitewater rafting and the kayaking up in our mountains. We've got some excellent,
Did we have the
excellent.
Olympics?
We did,
Something
up
with
at
the
the,
Olympics?
up near the Coochie Outdoor Center.
Yeah.
They had the whole whitewater rafting
For the Olympics.
trail for the Olympics was there.
For the Olympics?
Way back in 1996.
Way long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
goodness,
was
but I'm
way
sure
back.
horseback riding and all of that wonderful things. You know, it's really daunting for me because I wanted to go up to LJ and I wanted, or the mountains or different places, but I'm always going to like the same spot because I'm kind of,
Well, here you go.
so I'm so excited.
off your list.
Well, and that's one thing we tried to do was include your tried and true popular hotspots.
Yeah.
LJ, Blue Ridge, Helen, Dahlonega, all the places people normally go. But there's so much more than that, and the mountains do extend into northwest Georgia. People overlook Cartersville and Rome. There's lots of places over there. Did you know that Rock City up on Lookout Mountain is actually in Georgia?
No, I
And
thought
it's
it
in
was in
Lookout Mountain,
Tennessee.
Georgia, so that's included in the book.
We have gone to Rock City. My parents live up in Chattanooga. I always thought it was in Chattanooga.
What about festivals, like fall festivals?
Oh my gosh, so many festivals. So fall obviously is one of the most popular times to go, and so you're going to have the Georgia Apple Festival in LJ. You're going to have the Moonshine Festival over in Dawsonville. You're going to have the
What, the
Gold Rush
Moonshine
Days in
Festival?
Dahlonega.
Will you be going to that one?
We'll check that out.
You can go to the Marble Festival in Jasper. There's so many that you can go to. Some are featured in here, but you can also check the calendar of
That's
events for those
awesome.
communities and find a whole calendar full of things to do.
Well, you know, people think Georgia's the peach state, but actually we have a lot of apples.
We do have a lot of apples. So
orchards.
LJ, where I live, is in
do.
Gilmer County. That's actually known as the apple capital of Georgia. Because there's so many, the majority of orchards and apple houses you will find will be in Gilmer County. You've
Really?
got some up in Fannin County in Blue Ridge, which is Mercier's.
Donuts.
And then there's some in northeast Georgia, one or two over that way, but the majority of them are in Gilmer County near LJ.
Hey, nothing's any better than a hot fried apple pie.
Yeah.
I know, that's
in
like
the winter.
And I love this. So there's also the Swan Drive-In Theater.
Yes, that's up in
Yes.
Blue Ridge, and they are
I've never been to
open
Blue Ridge. I've got to go.
Gotta go.
You got to go to the
Let's
drive-in.
go, girls.
in the summer because the days are long and they actually run double headers. And usually what they'll do is they'll have a family-friendly kid movie like in earlier, like around 7, and then they'll do like a
Adult.
adult movie
I've
at
been
9.
I
there.
don't think
love
I've
it.
watched an adult movie for about 11 years. I have an
It'll come
11-year-old.
back around.
I know how you feel. My kids are teenagers now, but for the longest time, if it wasn't Disney or Pixar,
Cartoon version.
we didn't go see it.
Maybe that would be some recommendations I'll get.
Yeah. Maybe we can all go to the drive-in
That'd be
one night.
fun, yeah.
Yes,
Popcorn, sit out
popcorn.
in the chair in front of the car and watch a good movie.
Absolutely.
I love the drive-in.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so this is kind of, what is your, do you have a favorite spot?
That's like trying to pick your
I
favorite
know,
kid.
it's like,
So I love a lot of
Everybody has
the
a favorite kid.
I'm
Got
not
30
saying that.
seconds. We got 30 seconds, y'all.
30 seconds for your favorite.
All the outdoor recreation. I love to be outside.
Yeah.
So I love to visit our Georgia State parks and do a lot of the hiking and geocaching and
And all of that.
exploring all those areas.
Gosh, Karen, thanks.
I
This is
know.
a veritable plethora of
Yes,
information.
very good.
Thank you so much
This is
for
awesome.
being here. You've
Thank you.
inspired me to go out there and
Thank you.
Explore.
Let's
Go explore.
Let's
Go explore
But right
Georgia.
now we do have to take a small break. So
Yes.
take a break and come back and join us on Friends and Neighbors.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Friends and Neighbors. We're over here. They're giving me a hard time because I've never been to LJ. I really
cannot
would like
believe
to go.
you have never
Or
been.
Dahlonega. Okay, so I'm going to have to, you know,
Yes.
Especially when the
Plan
leaves
something
are
out.
turning in the fall. It's beautiful.
see, every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm going to have to deal with so many people up there because it's probably
Well,
busy.
it gets busy,
Yeah.
but it's still
But-
great. The
but it's not
apple
like super.
orchards.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
But even
Oh, the
now.
apple
Well-
orchards, you would love Mercier.
Do you get to pick like your own apples
You
from the
can.
tree?
You can, or you can just go in and buy them already picked for you.
Nice.
Yeah, but the
Well,
fried apple pies
the
and all
donuts.
Oh, y'all are
delicious-
making me so
Oh,
hungry.
so good.
Oh,
They're so good.
Yeah, you'll love
Boiled
it,
peanuts.
Sandra.
You ever had boiled peanuts?
yes, I have
Okay.
had boiled.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
you'll see those everywhere.
Oh, I love them. They're so good. But you know, I was sitting here thinking, besides the fact that I need to plan a trip to North Georgia, we're all mothers sitting here.
Yes.
I know, and you've got a mother of two beautiful girls.
two.
You have
Three
three,
girls.
and I have one. Look, 3, 2, 1. I'm ready to go
One,
do
two,
something.
three.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Three.
Yeah.
also am a grandmother, and
So
I'm
am I.
also a great-grandmother.
Oh, my
And when
goodness.
this child was born, 54 years ago,
Thank
there
you
was
for
5
sharing that
generations.
age.
54 and 1/4 and about.
5 generations of women, were alive. It was my
Wow.
grandmother, my mother, myself, me, and her. 5 generations of women. Then when her first child was born, same thing. 5 generations.
My granddaughter.
Yeah,
so
your
my first
granddaughter.
granddaughter, then we repeated it. We had another window there of 5 women.
That's
Yeah.
special. That is very,
Generations.
very
No,
special.
no men, no boys, no, just the girls. We rock, evidently.
So did you guys go camping or did you guys go do a lot of
we
stuff?
did go camping.
Yep.
We've camped from here to California.
Oh, wow.
At a camper. I still camp, North Georgia mountains.
Do you glamp or do you camp?
I've never been glamping. I'd love to go. I try. It's booked. It's such a trending thing.
now,
They're
yeah.
booked, and I'm not a book 3 months ahead kind of girl. If it's not next week, missed the
right.
window. So maybe I'll get on that and do that in the future. But
yeah.
a camper.
The birdhouses. What am I going to do? Look, some tree house or something?
Yeah, the tree houses. I want
Yeah.
to do a tree house
I
too.
want- Is that
You
in the
can
book?
rent
There's
those.
probably some in
I
there.
have
There's
to
some
do that,
really
'cause I
cool
wanted
ones.
to do that.
Yeah, we've done the real camping
Yes.
on the ground, whitewater.
Just a regular
Yeah.
pitch a
done
tent.
Yes, whitewater raft, and you tent for the weekend, and you're cooking by the fire, and
Wow.
and my kids,
trying to remember
one does
if
it
I
still, and one does not have anything to do with it.
I don't think I've ever camped. Maybe when I was a little girl, but I don't. I like to be out in nature.
You
I
like
to hike, but I
like the hotel.
I like the hotel or the glamp, or I just
Yeah. Well, we had
It's
a
just-
big camper. We had a huge Winnebago, which we
Now
camped
that
a
I
lot
wouldn't mind
in.
that. Like if
And
you
it
did-
slept 8.
Yeah,
I think 8
Yeah.
people. Had a shower, a kitchen,
camper. It
Complete
had all the
bath.
it had all
Like,
the
you'd like a
amenities.
camper is an RV kind of?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
the same
Yes.
thing?
It was a drivable
Yeah,
one,
it's a
and
home
I
on
drove
wheels.
that thing.
Who, you drove it?
I drove it everywhere. Yeah.
She did.
I drove the other one
She,
to California.
she has one right now.
Yeah.
She has a camper now.
I got a
Wow.
30-footer
All right,
right
well,
now.
let's go. Let me pick me up, and I'll be going to the North Georgia mountains.
Yeah. And you know, the best part is when you can camp by the water,
A creek.
streams, and you go out there and you meet so many lovely people, don't you, Misty?
do.
Yeah.
They do marshmallows and s'mores, and they cook hot
be
dogs, and everybody sits around and talks, and
That would
everything. It's
be
just
nice.
lovely. The kids play. It's normal, and it's refreshing, and
Yeah.
you're not worn out.
Getting outside, putting the phones
That is
down.
nice. Yeah. and
I
just-
love it. I love camping.
Well, I'll have to. My husband loves that. I think he's wanted to do that.
yeah,
before,
I
but
think
it's just-
Errol would
It
love
would.
that.
It's just the whole thing. Like I'd like somebody to drive. Like,
Yeah.
can we
I'll
get somebody to
drive
drive?
for
You
Can we
can
get somebody to stop
probably
at the
can.
RV? And can we get? I do self-maintain. Errol says sometimes I'm high maintenance, but I'm like, I self-maintain my high maintenance. You don't have to do that. I got it.
Well, you know, my middle daughter, Brittany, they have a pool camper, and they go camping a pretty good bit.
On the
In
beach.
fact,
They
we've
set up on the
been-
beach,
pool.
like
What does
St.
that mean?
Augustine. A pool behind your truck.
Oh, a pool.
Yeah,
I'm
you
thinking
don't
of
drive
pool.
it. Hers has a pool. Hers is the Barbie version.
I can't handle. I can do the drive one. but
Yeah,
not
no.
the pool. No.
It's a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hook it up and you drive
On your
it.
truck, and here you
No.
go
I
down the
promise I'm
road.
not this.
Yeah, they go to the
flighty.
beach, and they have a great place at the beach they go to. It's really
And it's such a
beautiful.
cute community.
Yeah.
All the campers are just
Yeah.
such wonderful people and nice and
nice.
But
friendly.
now I'm doing it with my grandkids.
Oh, see, that's nice tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Eliana will see this, and she's like, Mom, I'm missing out because you don't want to do an RV.
Mom, we got to go do
I
that.
gotta go see Miss Sherry. I miss Miss-
I love Eliana. She's a sweetheart.
So that's wonderful. So tell me about your daughters. They're older? We've already seen.
They're old, grown out of the house.
Aw.
We're empty nesters. Well, people say we're empty nesters, but somebody's always there.
That's great.
Our oldest is married. I have a wonderful son-in-law. I have 3 granddaughter, grandson, and a new granddaughter that was just born this summer.
congratulations.
Tatum after.
They Tatum after Roy.
Yes, Tatum Marie. And so 3 on that. And then my youngest is in Manhattan.
Okay.
She moved there after she graduated from college. So
Wow.
And she is a total influencer. And the girl is
Does she
in-
camp, though? I want to know, does she camp?
She's not a camper.
She travels.
She
goes all
travels,
over the
yeah,
world.
yeah. And she had skipped a generation. This is mother to her. Like,
Yeah.
they're two identicals
Yeah,
with
she
the
is
whole,
me. Autumn is me. She loves the camera.
the acting.
She loves people. She loves acting. She loves talking. She likes cooking. She likes going. She likes laughing. She got all of
Is
me.
she an actress? No.
She was.
She was.
She
Okay.
did that since she was 2, and that's
Okay.
we did that growing up. And then
Now
when
she's
she
an
moved to New York, she didn't want to. She's corporate with a
With a company
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, but she's a big time influencer,
Does
and I
that
didn't
too.
even know what an influencer was.
What is an
until-
influencer? Explain it for us.
You explain
Say,
it.
what is an influencer?
Well, apparently these days it's when you have a phone,
Yes.
or no, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they brand things, and they're asked to. Basically, it's a commercial version, but they're not shooting a commercial. You're doing it
Gotcha.
yourself,
Okay.
and you get paid or you get free product. It's the way of the future, apparently.
Exactly, I know.
Hey,
Different ways to do things.
She was at home 3 weeks during Christmas, and
No,
did I tell?
I don't
there's
know.
certain
I don't
things
know.
we were already told.
No, no.
I can't tell you this. But it was a passel of it. It was a whole lot of money.
And then my other one, she's very creative. She makes furniture. She's artistic. She has a business where she does, she helps decorate and make things for people's homes. So she's very hands-on.
Yeah.
I've got 2 great daughters.
Absolutely.
And the youngest is engaged, so I'll have 2 son-in-laws by next year.
We're going to
It's
Italy.
crazy. I'm not that
We're
old.
going to Italy for her wedding.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it'll be in Italy.
And then my one sister has a son and a daughter, and they just had their first grandbaby. And then my other sister has 3 of hers as well. But they're all old. Apparently I'm growing up. I didn't know that.
They're getting older, Misty Velvet.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. See, my name's Sherry Velvet.
She loves this.
She's Misty Velvet. Her daughter is Savannah Velvet, and Savannah's daughter is McKinley Velvet. So we're not named after horses. We're not named after cats. We're named
People
after
think
people.
that. It's from International Velvet with Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor was Velvet,
Velvet,
not
yeah,
the
so how
horse.
did
Everybody
that
thinks it was the horse.
Horse
It's
was
not.
Pie.
It was
His
not.
name was Pie.
So why Velvet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Well, my dad was going to name me after my grandmother, his mother, which was Lula May. And my mother said, well, come back tomorrow. Well, during that time, her mother came out, had been to see National Velvet with Elizabeth Taylor, and someone had sent a bottle of sherry wine for the birth. And my grandmother said, we're going to name her Sherry Velvet. And back then in 1946, that was a way ahead of time because everybody was Emily and Jane and Martha and Margaret and, all
Right,
those kind of
right.
names,
That's like a
not
creative
Sherry
name.
Velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Eleanor.
so they called the nurse and they named me. Well, he came back the next day with his mother and his father and going to call the nurse to name me. And mother said, oh, sorry, she's named. Sorry. So that's how I got Sherry Velvet.
I love it. I didn't know
do
your middle name was Velvet.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't know
I'm just now learning this.
Well,
I'm learning so many things.
I didn't know you were a Denise
I'm a Denise.
and a Peruvian.
From Peru, way down south.
Peru.
Wait, that's south.
Way down south. Now, I know, I'm so grateful that you're here, but you have three
daughters.
right? And you fall where in the line?
I'm the oldest.
The oldest.
I have all the responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm the baby of 3 girls.
Whoa, then
so
you're rotten.
Yeah, you're right. You're spoiled.
This is why I don't camp. No.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one.
We got my middle sister who's trying to glue everybody together. And
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yeah.
That's my middle daughter.
The very calm one,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany was the peacemaker. When Misty and Holly, the baby, they always kind of clashed. Well, Brittany was always in the middle making the peace. She just always did
It
that.
kind of happens that way because, you've got your own opinions. Like the babies, listen to me.
Yeah.
And the
It's-
firstborn is like, I know everything. No, you don't.
Well, it's really weird. I mean, mom has these things framed: firstborn, middle child, and the baby, and it's our placement, and it's someone somewhere along the line wrote. It's like the characteristics of the firstborn,
And
the
it's
middle,
so
and the baby.
on.
And my husband is the middle of 3 boys. And his oldest, my brother-in-law, we are so much alike in our personalities. Then the middle, my sister and him, they're so much. I mean, this firstborn thing is real.
Yeah.
That middle child thing is, I mean, it's crazy.
It
is so crazy how your personality comes out, and how, well, God does that. I mean, your firstborn
Master.
child.
Yes, that's right.
I wasn't the male, but
They would listen to her and do more for her than they would me, Brittany and Holly, because Misty said, get out your paper, get out your pens.
I
we're
ran
gonna do
school.
homework."
I love to
She'd
have
make
school.
them do homework every day. Why didn't you do
love it.
this? Mother, she's
they're
not
smart
doing
because
this."
of it. They're super. They did well in
because of
school. It wasn't
That's
so
hilarious.
bad.
That is so funny. Now, I know you guys brought some pictures, so I wanted to see some pictures.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to see some, let me see some pictures. So you guys going to put them up of, now where were you guys
no,
in this
That's
picture?
Mom's house. That's her lake.
That's on the lake.
back.
At my house, you can see the lake in the back.
Oh, nice.
Holly
So that's-
is the baby. She's
Okay.
on the left. Brittany's in the middle. That's me.
That had the accident. That the
That
miracle
does.
child.
Wrote the book about.
That's her.
Yeah, that's her. And
That's-
then Misty.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. Well, when I'm with my sisters too, we all get in like birth order where we take pictures. Why
Oh,
is
we do
that?
too. Well,
Yeah.
That's
we
so
used to, but now my middle sister is so much shorter than us. So my other sister wants her in the middle. So we're kind
Gotcha.
of like this.
Yeah.
Beautiful family, absolutely.
Yeah,
I know,
absolutely.
and then we brought some other pictures, I think, of, and you sent 2 pictures in? I think?
If that's what they used, I don't know.
You had to send.
No, that one, I want to see that one.
Oh my God,
that was vacation.
That's me on the left. Can you believe it? And that's Misty on the right.
My hair. Look how
Oh, it's so
long.
beautiful.
Look at Misty's hair, and mine was real long.
Check out the two-tone jeans. They're back in. Those are back in. Those
That's
two-tone
right.
jeans.
Oh my goodness.
And we
Now, where
were
were
in
you?
Paris there. That's where we were.
We were in
so
Europe that
Yeah,
summer.
I don't know what.
Brittany
what
and
we were
Holly
doing.
in the back.
That is a
Awesome.
million
Why?
years ago.
We've done a lot of traveling.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my goodness,
we did
I love
a lot
that.
of good traveling. Thank God. Yeah,
Well,
we were able to do that.
It's nice. I know that when it goes by so quickly, and I know
It does.
I look back and Eliana's 11 now, and I'm thinking, wow, and she's taller than I am now. But I think we
Is
brought
she?
yes, I brought in a picture. I was asked to bring in this picture of her, but I'm going to show you this funny story. She is literally wearing flats, and I'm wearing heels that are like 3 inches, but you can't see them because of my pants.
Yeah.
And look how. So then we can be the same height. I'm like, I
cute.
refuse.
Girl outfit.
I refuse to wear flats.
Is that the Alliance?
Yeah, so we were at, we went to go see the Messiah, and this was her first time to see the Messiah at the Atlanta Symphony. She loved it. It was just beautiful, so.
Well, we all went to see the Scrooge, wasn't it?
Christmas Carol.
She
Christmas
wanted to go see that one,
Yeah.
but then after that we were like,
Yeah, I enjoyed that
Yeah.
though.
Did
That
you like
was-
it?
I did. It's one of my favorites. I drugged them actually to see it.
Yeah, she drug us.
I made it
Traditions are
happen.
always good, right?
That firstborn, that
We did
drive
what Misty
that.
says.
we do what Misty says.
in a loving way.
Absolutely, we do
No,
what
but you
Misty
do. You
says.
need that. We all compliment each other.
Somebody's got to be the general. If there's not a leader of the war, what are we going to do? Who is going to, CEOs, president, somebody's got to be in charge.
You know, it's one of those things. that
it's
I'm
all
like,
gonna go to pot.
I just need empathy in my life. Just listen to me and say, I understand where you're coming from, and
can
I'll
do
do
that.
whatever you want me to do. I just need you get it, you get me. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Lead me wherever. But if I don't get empathy or care, I'm like,
You're
Well, the
done.
best thing I can tell you to do with raising a daughter is be not just her friend, be her mother. Be her mother. These people
Yeah.
that want to be a friend first and then the mother, I
Doesn't
think
go
you
so well.
lose a lot there. But also travel with her. Like y'all are going to go to Arizona.
we are. We're going to Arizona. We went to
Yeah.
Paris, and we're going to Austria actually in a couple of. Well, in the summer, we're hoping
Austria?
to go. Yes,
Oh,
because she
I'd
plays
love
the
to go there.
piano.
I've not
So
been
she was
there.
like, I want to go and see where Mozart.
Yes,
So we're like, okay, let's go. God willing.
And your Bible
God willing.
study that you're doing with her.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
teach
the
them.
Bible.
Teach them early.
Bible.
Teach them
Well,
early.
it's interesting because I've said these words to her already. I'm like, she goes, why, Mom? Why? I was like, I'm your mother. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm so
that's it.
sorry, and I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have to go on a break because I am your mother.
Because I said so.
Mother.
Because I said so.
You were in my womb.
You're not the mother.
Anyway, we will see you shortly.
Yeah.
Take a quick break and then come back and join us for the rest of Friends and Neighbors.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Friends and Neighbors. It's been such a joy to talk to you
Yes.
guys.
Yes,
Thank
well, hey,
you.
Misty, what do you think about camping? We ought to get, you think we ought to get
Absolutely.
Sandra.
We're gonna have to drag you out. Yeah. Get you some tennis shoes and rain gear. We'll take you out.
I'll get two sticks together
Yes.
and like start
It's
a fire.
Flint. We'll have some Flint stuff.
oh, okay.
Yeah, get her some marshmallows. We'll break her in. Well, maybe we
fun.
should take her glamping first.
And
Maybe.
don't worry
Yeah,
about the
kinda break
bears and
No.
lions.
Break her in a
Or the
little bit
snakes.
before
Yeah.
we get her in a sleeping
Or
bag.
the
on
coyotes.
Yeah. Mosquitoes, ticks. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Great.
It's still great. It's still great.
Oh, good.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And it's been wonderful to talk to you
Yes.
guys. And I'm
Yes.
going to try
Yes.
this out.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is awesome. Really.
Love it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
See the good things here in Georgia, and we'll see you next time here on
Friends and neighbors.